Good morning. And I'm listening to this piece of clip by Clint Watson on Beyond the News. And as I listen to the different companies that is able to continue their regulatory day-to-day operation in Grand Bahama, I then recognize that it is only the less fortunate and the people who are poor who are in lockdown. And we must admit that is unequivocally clear by the government. What I do find ironic, though, is that companies that has nothing to do with anything essential is still able to operate their day-to-day operation, making millions of dollars. And some of the things that got my attention mentioned in this report is Bahama Rock, Freeport Aggregate, Barco, and companies of this nature. Now, this should speak volume to what's going on in the country. Grand Bahamians, you are in trouble. And I say that to say that the majority of the times when we vote, we don't vote for people who care for us. That is where our weakness lies. The majority of the time we vote for who's next in line or the popularity of the political party. We don't understand that the future of the next generation depends on the decision that we make as a people. So we keep on making these same strategic mistakes time and time again. For example, shouldn't at this point, if a board has been appointed to look into the natural resources, shouldn't also an investigative teams be appointed also to deal with this from a financial perspective also? Think about it. Bahama Rock has been able to corrupt all governments in this country. You have never heard any politician stood up beyond the words of Von Miller a few weeks ago in the House of Assembly and name Bahama Rock or Freeport Aggregate. By the way, for those who are not familiar, these are mineral companies that is mining your natural resources, shipping it out in the billions of dollars, giving these political parties just enough for them to stay silent. You really think if Minister or any of the other leaders were serious, they would have not appointed a Minister of Natural Resources? But they are paid just enough to keep silent. We keep electing corrupt people time and time again because we fail to understand that the most important thing in a politician's life is to be re-elected once he's in office. It is a crying shame what's going on in our country. The people in Grand Bahama gave this government 5 seats and still have no representation. Bahama Rock continues to mine billions and billions of dollars in Aragonite calcium carbonate. Freeport Aggregate continue to ship out billions and billions of dollars. And it's a continuation. But which politician within the governing body of importance or opposition has asked any question about these things? Don't ask it out of the House of Assembly. Ask it within the House where it's important to the Bahamian people. It's a crying shame, people.